Hi, my name is Jessica Marshall, and welcome to Miss Daisy. My name is Jessica Marshall. I am the owner of Miss Daisy Flowers here in Las Vegas. We've been in business since 2014, and I've always had a passion for flowers and for making people smile. My journey started when I was a little girl. My mom always had a very robust rose garden at our house growing up. My dad always got Valentine's Day flowers for my sister and I. I always felt that flowers were such an important piece of any celebration. I always wanted to be in a field where I was able to make something with my hands and being able to give it to someone. That was always really important to me. My career started off in retail in New York, and I was a buyer there for about 5 years. And at that point, I knew that I was ready to come back to Las Vegas, where I was born and raised, to open up shop. So I enrolled in flower school in New York. I had an internship there for almost a year. And at that point, I began creating my business plan and my journey back to Las Vegas, where I opened up shop September of 2014. And I pretty much hustled and would go to the wholesalers in the morning and make the arrangements midday and do deliveries in the afternoon. And I just kind of kept that on repeat for, I would say, about 6 months, where I was grinding solo and doing every part of the job, which now has really helped me understand all facets of the business and knowing, how does the streamline of ordering flowers work? A customer calls in, we understand what they're looking for, we go to the market, we shop the product, the designer creates the arrangement, we take photos of it for our social media, we make sure the sender is happy with the flowers, the delivery person goes and delivers the flowers, and we hope and pray that they spread the good word about our business and want to send more flowers through Miss Daisy. To me, what's so important about flowers is it really does truly evoke an emotion in people. Whether it's a sad time someone's going through, the best way to express your feelings towards someone is through flowers. During happy occasions, which, since we're in the capital of weddings here in Las Vegas, we do so many bridal bouquets all the time. And having fresh flowers at your wedding is such an important piece because you really get to remember what is special and kind of sacred about that specific day. And yes, flowers don't last forever, at least the fresh ones don't. But what's special about that is it really keeps you in the moment. It really keeps you feeling that you are enjoying the day and enjoying whatever it is that's going on, whether it's a wedding or all the conventions that we do, baby showers, bridal showers, birthday parties. Every event really is a perfect occasion to have flowers. So we do love being a part of that and being a special part of people's holidays, being able to make centerpieces for Thanksgiving, for Christmas time, for Hanukkah. It's such an honor to be such a big part of someone's dinner party in that way, because our flowers are sitting in the center of the table. Our centerpieces are at all of the high-end restaurants here in Las Vegas. We work with so many great event spaces. We have dried arrangements, we put together gift baskets, we have specialty products here that are a perfect gift item, just in case you do have that one friend that may be allergic to flowers or you don't know their exact scent that they like, but there's always something here for everyone. Our succulent gardens is a great gift option, especially in Las Vegas, because they require little water and very low maintenance. And we also do a lot of orchid plants, and that's also just a great long-lasting option if you want to send flowers to someone and have them in their home for a while. Being in the floral industry is being so much in the service industry, and we're only as good as our last delivery. And I truly believe that. We can do thousands of arrangements, and if our last client is unhappy with something, it's just kind of a dagger to the heart. So our way of dealing with those issues is truly wanting to make sure that the customer feels that they can still count on us, even if there is a disappointment. So we do go above and beyond, making sure that everyone is as happy as possible. It's tough. Sometimes when you feel that you put your heart into something and you think you did a great job and it may not have been well received on the other side, just understanding that, okay, take a second, lick your wounds. If you have to reassess the situation and make it better next time, then that's all that really matters. As long as you're learning from issues and things that come up, which happens sometimes. It's just about how do you move forward? How do you make your business better? How do you make sure that that doesn't happen in the future. And I think a lot of that just has to do with putting your blinders on. You know, like no one necessarily is going to have the answers for you. You sometimes have to come up with it on your own. And as a business owner, they do say that it's lonely at the top. And I think that that does ring true, because there are times when you don't know who to have anyone to bounce ideas off of. And you really want to make sure that you are making the right decision. And sometimes you don't know, you just have to go with your gut. So really being able to trust yourself in any situation and making the decision, and you stick with it and you just keep on moving forward, is probably the best advice I could give someone. What's so cool to me about the Dreamer app is that you can really connect with other people that may, be starting their own business, and you can reach out to them and talk to them about maybe your fears or your doubts about the things that you're doing. And it's just such a great way to connect with others that also have a dream, that want to be following their passion. And I think that's what it's all about, is understanding that your goals may not be so far-fetched from someone else's, and being able to have a platform where you can connect on is pretty special. For the last 8 years, just really understanding like what has the evolution of my business been, like what has my journey been, and understanding, from the beginning of time when it was me doing all the different jobs to now being able to employ more than 6 people and doing over $1 million in sales a year is just such an exciting goal that I have achieved. And I'm always wondering, and I'm always hungry for what's next. So whether that's expanding the business or getting bigger business, always just finding ways to be able to be more and be better. And I wake up every morning so grateful for what I have created with the business. I'm so grateful for the team that works with me, for my customers and for my clients that believe in me, that give us chances and opportunities to work with big brands, and being able to really have an impact on so many people's events is just a real honor for me. And I take that and I think, what's next for me? What's next for Miss Daisy, and how can I grow from here? So some of the brands that Miss Daisy has had the pleasure to work with include Google, Snapchat, Mercedes, Ferrari. Some of my favorite events are when I get to work with my friends that are in the industry. Maybe it's someone that I went to college with that now works on the event planning side of a big company, and us being able to reconnect after all this time and be able to put an event together is really so special. In addition to that, I'd probably have to say being able to do wedding flowers for my friends is always so near and dear to my heart. Being able to create their bridal bouquet, being able to be there for that special moment for them, making their huppah, making their wedding floral dreams come true, for me is always such a pleasure to be able to fulfill those dreams for some of my friends. As far as advice goes, when you encounter doubt, which is bound to happen, being able to dig deep and not let yourself stop, and remind yourself, why are you here? Why do I love being a business owner? Why do I love the field that I'm in? What's so important to me about why I started this journey and why I started this company? There's always going to be moments of doubt. Sometimes it's daily for a period of time, and sometimes you only feel that a couple months at a time. But what's important is really being able to refocus your goals and remember who you are, why you started what you started, and truly the people that you get to impact. And even when times get tough, just understanding that there's a purpose and a reason for everything. So really just kind of sticking close to your friends and your family and your support system when times are tough, for me, has definitely been so helpful. Going through COVID and having to let go of my entire staff, wondering if my business was going to come back, if conventions in Las Vegas were going to come back, if the opportunities for flowers were going to still be something that I could partake in. Yeah, I even thought about dusting off my resume and maybe having to throw it back in the pool because I didn't know if we were gonna survive. But really just understanding and giving things time and not rushing things and letting things progress the way that they're supposed to, instead of rushing to what you think the goals should be, sometimes aren't the way. When you have to force something, kind of like when you're growing a flower, you have to kind of let nature take its course. And I think for me, that's probably been my guiding light in so much of what has transpired with my company and with Miss Daisy. And I'm so grateful for the lessons that I've gotten from that and from everything that I've learned. My name is Jessica Marshall, and you just watched Behind the Dream.